Hello again. So in this video I'm going to talk about another seemingly optimization technique that we seem to go through at a specific time in our lives. And I've talked about an optimization technique inside of ourselves where we optimize the information stored in our brains, in our memories, or how at least we process information. And I didn't talk about it. I talked about it. The video is called "Where We Are Difference Machines," and I didn't talk about it as an optimization technique. Well, I don't think I did. So I just wanted to clarify that there's some kind of optimization technique where we see we see the differences between things, not the similarities. And so tonight I'm going to talk about a couple of behaviours that I noticed with my children. And the first one started around sort of 5 to 7, and I noticed that my kids played the game Mummies and Daddies. So in that age group between 5 and 7, they just played this Mummies and Daddies game, and they played it for hours and hours, and it was always interested me why they played it. And they even invited me to play it, and I'm like, I play Mummies and Daddies like every day, mate. Like, that's okay, you can play it. You know, but they were just so keen for me to be involved, and I did play it a few times with them. But what I noticed was that they seemed to be reflecting at a higher level on their own lives, that they were replicating what they thought was optimal behaviour, and playing out that behaviour. And it seemed to me that they were comparing their play with their reality. And I thought it was really interesting that they were doing that. It seemed to me like some kind of optimization where they were looking for the middle ground inside of the thing that they're by far most familiar with in human interaction. And I thought that was a really interesting behavior, and it stopped as abruptly as it started. Now, I'm not talking about how kids play with dolls. I'm talking about that acting out of mummies and daddies, that real mummies and daddies, family orientated play with other kids. I think I'm going to create this next video as instead of doing two, I'm going to do them as separate, just so that there's the ability to reference the two different behaviours as separate behaviours. So stay tuned for the next video.